Hi, it's Maxine, Kaye, and Yoga here from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living on a beautiful fall day. Oh, it's so pretty here. It's sunny, it's crisp and cool. The birds on our deck are just going crazy with all the food that Reverend Mike puts out there for them. He's the bird man of Malvern, and they love that. He's like St. Francis, only St. Michael of Malvern. And so we love to take care of all of the wonderful plants and creatures that are here. And it's just a beautiful opportunity to celebrate life. Well, this morning, this is Saturday. This morning, had the pleasure, as always, of participating with Reverend Mike on his Science of Mind book study that he does every Saturday morning on Zoom. And it's really wonderful to gather with people from all over the place, some even from Canada. It's great. And we've been reading them. He's been taking us through the Science of Mind textbook, page by page, paragraph by paragraph, very slowly and very profoundly, so that we are really remembering. Those of us who have been studying this beautiful teaching for years are remembering and revitalizing our faith and utilizing this principle more and more. And people who are new to it are learning how to utilize it. And it's really all about one mind, God's mind, this beautiful creative intelligence that we all have access to. Why? Because we're all part of the one creative intelligent mind. And so we continue to remember how to use it. And the most wonderful thing that we were talking about today was the conscious use of this creative intelligence and the unconscious use of it as well. That it is always done unto us, of course, according to our belief, not our wish, not our whim, not our hope, but our belief. Because the law of mind produces for us very faithfully what we plant, as the farmer planting the seed can count on that to be the crop that comes up. So we're looking at the crops that we're reaping. And we recognize that we have an opportunity to sow from a perspective of faith and clarity and compassion and clear consciousness. And we also have the capacity to sow in an upside down kind of way. And when we look around us in our world, we see that people have misused this wonderful law of mind. And there's a lot that has been manifested in the world that's just not pretty. It's quite unlovely. And that's a result of thinking inappropriately, thinking from a place of fear and greed, thinking from a place of not enough for me, I need to make sure that I'm taken care of, or fearing that somebody is going to get something that belongs to us. Well, when we realize that there is plenty of everything for everybody, plenty of love, plenty of compassion, plenty of food, plenty of substance, plenty of everything we could possibly need is already provided, and it's up to us to align with that and to desire the highest and the best for others as well as we do for ourselves. Now, this is using the law creatively, compassionately, constructively, and consciously. And those who misuse the law will ultimately have to wake up to the fact and the truth that there's a better way to use our consciousness. So what do we get to do? We get to move away from fear, and we get to establish our world in love. And how do we do that? One consciousness at a time, recognizing that each consciousness is connected with the greater consciousness. So we're having a positive effect upon everybody else in the world. It's all energy, right? And so as we get clear about choosing and intending only that which is loving and compassionate and fair and just and good and appropriate for ourselves and for all the world, will we ultimately find that creative intention, the use of law in a conscious, loving way, will constantly supersede and transform any of that misuse. Now, I realize that sometimes it can seem like a big project because we're too aware of too much of the unloveliness that has been promoted and somehow produced. But God is bigger than that. See, underlying everything else, there's a divine harmony. And all the contents that we see out there and even in here, because we get concerned and anxious ourselves from time to time, all of it is being held in a context of infinite love and divine harmony. We must remember that. Return to it, moment by moment, time and time again. Return to the truth that there is God and nothing else, and that everything we see is an expression of people's longing to express and experience greater life. It's just that not everybody has yet awakened to the truth that love is the compelling force of this universe. It is a cosmic sweep, as Ernest Holmes says, and it is irresistible. We must be aware that this is the winning force. It is the only true force, the only everlasting force. All of that other stuff comes and goes. It has no life of its own. So let's not feed it with our own fears. Let's not fear the fear. Let's move into a greater sense of love. Real love. You and I are in the process of awakening to this great realization that love is the only power that there is, the only real power. And so we are aligned with it, we are expressing it, we are loving the love that is the truth of our being, we are loving each other, and those people who haven't yet awakened to that, I'm going to say this, let's just love the hell out of them. Because as we do, they won't stand a chance. They're going to have to accept that love. It ultimately is the winning force. It is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Step more deeply into the love with me and don't step in that other stuff out there. Let's join together, as so many of us already have, understanding that love is the only power in this universe, and this little one right here knows it so well. She teaches Reverend Mike and me and reminds us all the time that love wins. Love wins. Yes. So if you would like to join Reverend Mike on Monday, that will be the next love note that we send out. Please do. But in between today and Monday, you get to join us if you can. Please, we invite you to our live stream at 10:30 on Sunday morning. Just go to the website, go to the website, cslphilly.org, cslphilly.org, and you can go right onto that link that takes us to the 10:30 live stream. And you can look at that link at any time. You could even look at it now and see previous archived live streams from Sunday mornings, and also our love notes. They're right there for you. And we have wonderful thing happening this Sunday. Not only are we going to have our first of the month Zoom connection for just a few minutes after our live stream, but at 1 o'clock from 1 to 3, now hear this, we are having a tailgate party in the parking lot of our center at 16 Industrial Boulevard. You remember the address? I know, you haven't been there in a long time, but come with your masks, park your cars socially distanced. You can bring your lawn chairs if you want to and sit out there and wave at each other, bring your lunch, bring whatever you wish, but bring your conscious intention to share love with each other. We haven't seen each other in person for a long time. It's going to be fun. And while you're on our live stream, or anytime you go to our website, check out everything else that's going on in terms of other classes. I, again, highly recommend that you jump on to Reverend Mike's Saturday morning Zoom. All you have to do is get a hold of him, and he'll be glad to connect you. And it's a great opportunity to learn what we all can interpret from the Science of Mind textbook. One sentence, one page at a time. And while you're there, You can also find the donate button and make a contribution. Thank you for all the contributions you continue to make to keep us alive and well at the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. So we'll see you soon. We love you. Yoga says, love is all there is, and I love you. We'll see you soon. Bye.